Getting in breaking news now that Imran Khan, the existing Prime Minister of Pakistan, may not be the Prime Minister of Pakistan after tonight. He's called for a cabinet meeting at about 9:30 p.m. India time, and he's missing. Nobody knows where Imran Khan is. Imran Khan, who addressed the people of Pakistan last night, was absent in the Pakistan National Assembly all of today. Nobody knows where he is. He's lost the numbers, and we are hearing that he could be resigning officially tonight and also meeting the cabinet perhaps one last time. Last night he berated, he abused, insulted the Pakistan National Assembly, calling Pakistan his own country a banana republic, saying there's tamasha or complete a joke made out of the democracy in Pakistan. He was perhaps right, because the Supreme Court of Pakistan had asked for the trust vote to be conducted before 10:30 or 11 a.m. India time, but wasn't to be the case. It's 6 p.m. India time and they are 7 hours late. Even the opposition in Pakistan is really laughing at what's going on. Here's what's happened through the day in the Pakistan National Assembly.
कि 7 मार्च को ये कहानी, ये बात हुआ और 8 मार्च को हमारा अदम एतमाद यहां जमा हुआ। जनाब चेयरमैन, अमेरिका में और पाकिस्तान में टाइम डिफरेंस है। अगर वहां 7 मार्च है तो यहां 8 मार्च है। तो मगर उनके बकौल उसी वक्त जब कॉन्वर्सेशन जारी था, उसी वक्त हमने अदम एतमाद पेश किया।
Before we leave, the National Security Advisor of the United States of America calls the National Security Advisor of Pakistan and says, do not go. Categorically. मुझे बताइए, कौन बताए, कहां होता है कि एक सॉवरेन स्टेट को उसके बायलैटरल विजिट से इस तरह रोका जाए? कहां होता है? और कौन सी खुद मुख्तार कौम और खुददार कौम ऐसा कबूल करती है?
Going across to General J.D. Bakshi joining us live on the broadcast. General Bakshi, what a mess. I mean, he was right. I mean, you have to give it to him. A sitting Prime Minister calling his own country a banana republic, saying that, what happens in his country is tamasha or a joke. And it's turned out to be a joke, because we heard that the Pakistan Supreme Court had asked for the trust vote to be conducted before 11 o'clock India time. They're 7 hours late. They're defying their own Supreme Court. General Bakshi, complete chaos in Pakistan. What do you make of it, sir?
Look, Imran Khan's description of Pakistan as a banana republic is very accurate. It has turned into a banana republic. It always was. For 75 years out of 30 years, the Pakistan army ruled directly. Then they grew smart. They learned the art of putting up democratic facades in terms of proteges and political leaders they could chaperone and put onto the seat of power. They stayed there as long as they had the backing of the Pakistan army. The moment they grew toxic in terms of unpopularity, they were dumped, they were dropped like hot potatoes, and fresh faces have been used. That has been the pattern in Pakistan. The problem this time was that Imran Khan, who was instigated by his peer wife, his Bushrat Begum, who was a practitioner of voodoo and witchcraft, that he should insist with the army that General, Faiz Hamid should continue to be the DG ISI. And with that he clashed with the Pakistan army, and that was the kiss of death, because the Pakistani army has seen to it that he leaves. That conditions are created that he leaves, because he was never an elected Prime Minister. He was always a selected Prime Minister. But he wanted to create a tamasha. He wanted to go out in a blaze of glory like a siyasi shaheed, a political martyr who wanted to appeal over the heads of the parliament, over the heads of the Supreme Court, heads of the army, to the people of Pakistan, that here was a David brave giant killer, a brave dragon slayer called Imran Khan, who had taken on the Pakistan army, who had taken on the Americans. 3 A's are said to govern Pakistan: Army, America, Allah. Not necessarily in that order. And Imran Khan had taken on not just the Pakistan army but also America, and he said, doing it on the protection of Allah. Now it remains to be seen how much Allah or the jinns that his his magician wife, his voodoo witchcraft practicing wife Bushra Begum can save him, can support him. But it looks like his goose is cooked, and tonight he's been able to delay the vote. A lot of grandstanding has been done by Mahmood Qureshi, trying to invest a lot of importance into Imran Khan's so-called visit to Russia, which he forced on the Russians. The Russians were busy planning for their war. They had no time, but they were too vexed. They couldn't cancel it at the last minute because they wanted to keep it secret that they were going to launch military operations. So as part of the deception program, he was allowed to come in. And of that non-event, he has made such a hue and cry. He and his party, they have gone to town as to how they have, opposed America. The simple fact is America has lost all interest in Pakistan. The last betrayal that they did was Afghanistan, where they sold the whole country out to the Taliban. They made many tall promises, but then they hoodwinked the Americans. And the Americans have walked out in disgust. They have no further use of Pakistan, because Pakistan was required to provide the lines of communications, logistic support to their forces in Afghanistan. Now that they have vacated Afghanistan, they have very little use for Pakistan. Pakistan is just a nuisance. It is trying to increase its own sense of self-importance by arrogating to itself a kind of a geostrategic stake that it now has completely lost. With Afghanistan gone, Pakistan is not of very much use to the major powers. But Pakistan continues to insist that it is a great game player. And they have been, if you hear Mahmood Qureshi grandstanding tonight, it looks like the world has no other work but to look hypnotized at the actions of Pakistan and to try and bring down Imran Khan's non-entity regime. He is a non-entity who's trying to project himself as the most